Sweet dreams, star lover.
Well, that's nice. A little extra safety's always appreciated. Nope. It's an enticing ladder to some upper level. It appears to be dusk outside. No way to reach it. Got a serious structural hazard over here. I'd need something stout and hefty and swung like mad to bring that wall to the ground. Not a particularly interesting starry cult desk, if you ask me. I'm not into this desk at all. A little color twist to the classic checkered temple floor. That's nice, I guess. I'm using it as I speak. I'd gotten lucky with the fire extinguisher. Must not have triggered it completely. It still had a lot of fire in it. It was just as hard to control as before, but I had a feeling I could put it to good use one more time. Brother Gleam is sleeping off a particularly demanding day. I don't want to disturb the guy. He's getting his beauty sleep. It's a heap of astronomy-related instruments. Wait, there's a piece of wire sticking out from it. I think I'd rather just pick it up. A heck of a lot of literature. Most, if not all of it, star-related. Figures. Not in the mood for star stuff, really. I think I can reach if I leap. I never thought I'd say this, but I don't think I'm heavy enough. Me or the stuff I'm lugging around. Huge, sturdy door. It's barricaded from the outside. Barricaded from the other side. Makes sense that they'd shut me in here, but it seems that they don't think too highly of that Gleam guy either. Looks like a hatch heading to an upper floor. Damn it, how'd I know it'd be locked? Alright, made a nice little sliding hook thing. Halfway there. There we go. One radical red-hot ram rocket ready to go. It's ready, steady, and aimed. Fire! I hope I've done you proud, Mac Viper. This looks like some kind of diary or log of some kind. Whoa! That seemed to make a lot of things happen at once. Alright, let's see now. October 13th.
It's so hard to get accustomed to the sickening stench of this dreadful fishing town, but apparently it's important to him that we establish our base here, so we just take it. Decorating coming along nicely. No end to the work.
A lot of long and boring entries follow. Seems like some kind of complicated records. Let me skip ahead a bit. Let's see. July 6th.
We're all accustomed to the stench. It's probably imbued in everyone by now. Summoned the Haunter, and he came in a flickering form of a tall, swarthy man with skin made of ebony. Ignored my words and asked for the book, then disappeared upon my answer. We must find it, no matter what.
July 13th.
His incomplete form is frustrating. Must find the book. We must find it. That idiot Bright left the hatch open and Lumen snuck up here into the summoning chamber to try to get the Haunter's mark. What did the fool think would happen? We don't even bother storing their ashes in the urn anymore. Just leave them there as a reminder to anyone stupid enough to try that again.
August 6th.
Sister Halo's matchstick hobby proved to come in handy. Praise the Haunter! I could scarcely believe my senses when at last she finalized the structure and Brothers Bright and Gleam dropped the cannonball on it. Not only did it not destroy what she built, but it lodged itself in the circular space above the stone and is exerting such pressure on the lattice work that you can take a shovel to it and it won't cave in. It's good to have some smart people join the ranks for a change. Only she and I know how to breach it and get to the stone, so that should at least keep our numbers from dropping.
August 7th.
Private investigator making waves in Darkham looking for leads on the book. Might be a dark blessing in disguise. We just stay on his tail and track him to see if he digs up any leads.
The book? The Necronomicon? Is that me they're talking about? August 13th.
Rejoicing! It's very possible that the hostess's fetch dog has sniffed out the book. Time to retire him and go for the prize ourselves.
Hostess. Why did that sound familiar? Anyway, that crazily angled stone. I wanted it. If only to get back at these star-obsessed maniacs. It's the first book in a row. An arcane symbol adorns its cover. I've opened it at its bookmark. The stone from the stars is a window on all time and space. It is within it that the Haunter sleeps while the yellow sun reigns, and it is from its circular gate that the Haunter's incomplete form rises when the words are spoken. Nor shall he ever rise in his true form until the forbidden book be by his side. No end to the work. It's the second book in a row. There's some kind of symbol on its cover, and that's about it. I've opened it at its bookmark. It is known that touching the stone from the stars might cast upon a mortal being the mark of the Hunter. But none should do it unless prepared to face his cold black flames and turn to ashes and dust. No living soul can know whom the Haunter chooses to mark and grant vision beyond time and place. No end to the work. It's the third book in a row. The cover consists entirely of a weird symbol. I've opened it at its bookmark. For the butcher is the end of all, and the followers of him who lingers at the night's threshold must keep the slaying one from ever setting eye or laying hand upon the book. The butcher brings but... The rest is unreadable. The butcher? Huh. That's new. Whoa! Looks like these cuckoo birds tried to tar up the windows and failed miserably. I've played with tar enough for today. Looks to be quite powerful. I don't think I can pry it out with my bare hands. An immense rusty telescope hanging intimidatingly overhead. Wouldn't know what to do with it. These dummies tried their best to tar the windows up, but an intense orange light symbolically shines through. Yeah, I know I don't get enough vitamin D, but this is not the time or place. The inscription above it says, "Here lie in ashes all brothers and sisters foolish enough to think that the stone from the stars chose them to be marked by the Haunter." I have no use for former cultists, in ash form or not. There's a drawer underneath this urn thing. Inside the dusty drawer, there was one solitary rusty spoon. Unwritten private investigator wisdom says you never know when you could use a rusty spoon. I examined the darkened stone altar that held the trapezohedron. Creepy thing. Unusual markings adorned all sides of it. No idea how they got it up here, but I'm not budging it. That much is obvious. That's some kind of occult scratch. Looks to symbolize that shine rock on the pedestal. It's just a drawing. Eerie, but a drawing. It's a strange, self-illuminating weirdly angled rock thing. The dubious mesh-constructed security structure won't let me get my hands on it. A delicate and intricate latticework of what looked to be matches, surrounding some jagged, shimmering stone and somehow supporting the kind of cannonball what looks like it was made to bring down battleships. I realize how crazy that sounds, yet here it is before me. Biting my lip, eyes half closed with anticipation, I flicked my finger at one match, then another. The apparently fragile construction proved to be impervious to my attempts at unbalancing it. There was damn good engineering when you needed it the least. The structure would not collapse, no matter what. A pretty martial-looking cannonball suspended somehow above that glowing rock by some order of matchstick engineering genius. It's held in place firmly by the matches structure. Quite impressive and unmovable. I carefully placed the spoon in between the lens and the metal covering and voila! The lens was now mine. Sweet. Its placement and the highly original security system tell me that this dingus must be of some critical importance to these starry knowledge jamooks. I most certainly did not burst into cold black flames. So much for this numbskull cult credibility. It did feel, weird. Weird. Alright, I'm now one cannonball heavier. Let's see what happens. That was a first, and a last. It's the former standard. Now it's just a flagpole. It would almost fit, but it'd be too loose. I need it firmly stuck in there. Let's get this stick, sticky. There's just one thing I want to say before I do it.
Hammer time!
Alright, you two, here we are. Ugh. Just call me when you need my services. I'm getting as far away from this dump as possible. See yas.
Yep, thanks. So, here we are, Kitteh. Fishmouth. Is this foul, rotting sea life odor in any way mouth-watering to you?
Please, it's sickening, and I'd literally rather be anywhere else right now, but we've got a job to do.
Let's find Finman's before we revisit my lunch and dinner.